So yesterday we were talking about SCP and NCP and also the permanent object and the temporary object. Hope it is very clear for you all guys, right? How it works. Usually in the interviews they'll write the programs something like this, right? Then they will ask you to expect the output something like this. So you'll be able to answer that only when you draw the diagram like this and then explain. Then only you will be able to tell. Otherwise, you will not be able to tell the answers for this kind of questions. Clear? Now let's write another simple program. EFG PSVM string S1 equal to ABC S1 plus 1, 2, 3. So string S2 equal to S3 plus S out of and run the program and see the output. Output is same, but what we want to understand here is if you see here for combining two different strings we are using plus symbol. Here for combining two strings we are using a method called concat. Concat is nothing but concatenation. Okay, concatenation which is available in the string class. If you hold control and click on it, you will go to the string class concat method. Okay, what it does is it appends the two strings. Okay, it appends the two strings. S2 dot concat of 1, 2, 3. Okay, whenever you use the plus method, plus operator, right, then it goes to the SCP. We use plus for concatenation, goes to SCP. We use concat method, concat method goes to NCP. It goes to NCP. Clear? Any doubts? Now let's write one simple program the way that we had written yesterday. FGH. What was that yesterday's program? I think it was F, right? Yeah. The same program we'll write, but in place of plus, we'll use the concat. s1 dot concat of cat of s2, s1 dot concat of wow. Okay, 6 yes. We used s1 dot concat of s2 we used ja dot concat of s2 we used s1 dot concat of va we used j dot cat of so S1 is JA, S2 is VA bar, S3 is Java, S4 is S1 dot concat of S2. That means we will get Java only, right? Next, S5 JA dot concat of S2. That is again Java only. Next, S6 again S1 dot concat of VA. That is again Java only, and JA dot concat of VA. This is again Java only. Now the main thing comes here, right? So whether it goes to the SCP or NCP, that is the question now. Based on SCP NCP, we can check the equality here, right? So now you guys tell me S3 equal to S4, whether it goes to the SCP or NCP.
NCP.
NCP, you don't have to think of anything here. If you
Yeah.
use the concat method, it goes to NCP. So you don't even have to go through so many things here. You don't have any plus operator here. Obviously, by default, blindly you can put NCP for everything. Because if it goes to the NCP, though the object is same, the content is same, there will be a new object will be created for each and everything. It doesn't matter whether it is already available or not, right? We should have put the false. The program and verify the output. All are false. That is not true at all. Clear? Any doubts, guys? Let's write another program JHI. SVM string S1 equal to S out of S1 dot. See, these many methods are available in the string class. Equals hash code, concat, char at, chars, code point at, code point before, code points, compare to, ignore case, contains, content equals, ends with, right? There are so many methods are available. We try to learn few of them. Most of them are self-explanatory if you just understand what it is, right? And very easy to practice and then understand. Let's try few important methods. S1 dot length means this method gives the length of the string S1. What is the length of the string? What is the length of the string? Length is nothing but the number of characters in the string. There are three characters in the string A, B, C. So the length is 3. Clear? Length is 3. Now I'll write another example. String S2 equal to ABC space 1, 2, 3. Dot length. What is the length now?
6.
Is it right?
Now it took space also as a character, right, Raghu?
Space is also a character. Space also always counts. That is a empty character. We call the space as a empty character. Okay? Empty character. Space also should be counted. Next, string S3 equal to S3 dot length. What is the length now?
Should be 8.
Should be 8.
3, 4, 6, 7, 8.
Can verify. It should be 9. One space before, one space in between, another space afterwards. See the difference? String S4 equal to string S4 equal to S3 dot trim. S3 dot trim. So what should be the length here? S4 dot length. What I am trying to do is for the same S3 string, I am doing the trim. Let's understand how the trim works, right? And then the resultant string, we are printing the length here. That is 7. What trim does is trim removes the tailing, the first space. When I say first space, the starting space, front end tailing spaces. This is the front space, right? This is the tail space. That means in a string, the starting one and the ending one, not the middle one. Please notice the difference. Trim doesn't remove the spaces which is there in the in between, but it removes the front and tailing spaces. Trim removes the front and tailing spaces. So after removing that front and tailing spaces, it will be S3 will become like this after doing the trimming. S4 will become like this. ABC space 1, 2, 3. So ABC space 1, 2, 3 size is 7, right? ABC is 3, 1, 2, 3 is 3. In between, one space is 1, 7. Clear any confusion here, guys? String S5 string s5 equal to xyz123 this time. Out of s5 dot length. Now s5 dot string out of a s5 dot. So for s5, what is the expected output here, especially for this? What will be the value here?
9.
9. Okay. And here we are doing the
Oh.
trimming and then we are printing the length, right? So you are expecting a 7, is it?
Yes, sir.
Nice. Let's understand why there is no 7. We will still get 9 because we are not assigning this to something. We are just doing the operation on the string s5, but we are not assigning, right? If you compare with the previous example, right, here we are doing the trimming and then we are assigning to s4 and then we are getting the length for the s4. Please understand, in the strings, right, whatever the operation that you do, it has to be assigned to a variable. If you just do some operation and then leave it, it won't be affecting. It won't affect. It should be assigned to the variable. It should be assigned to the variable. For example, if you put, again you do s5 dot in, right, s5 equal to, now you do the s out of s5 dot length, this will work 997. Very important point to remember. If we don't assign, the result will not be affecting. Clear? All right. Next, string s6 equal to null out of 6 dot n. What will be the output for s6 dot length? We will get the null pointer exception. Null pointer exception at the line number 27 because s6 is null. We did not initialize any value. We did not initialize any value. Similarly, that s7 equal to null. This time, what will be the length? 7 dot length. 7 dot length. What will be the result now? Here
4.
it will be 4 because null is taking as a string here. We are putting in the double quotes. That means null is treated as a string, but here null is not treated as a string. We are assigning null, that means string s6 doesn't have any value. This is the meaning of it. First you will get 4 and then you will get the exception here because this is the last statement. If I put this statement after s6, we will not reach to s7 because we are not handling the exceptions. Okay, 4 and then null pointer exception. Similarly, one more, string s8 equal to s out of s8 dot length. What will be the length now of s8?
Zero.
0. Yes, what? It is 0. Let's write an example. String S9 equal to one space in the double quotes. Out of 9 dot length. What will be the length now?
One. One.
1. Clear? So this is all about length method and the trim method. Length and trim method. Let's learn some other methods. I will say yes, equal to Andhra Pradesh. S2 equal to 1 dot string of 1. The number as substring is a method. What it does is it creates a string out of the actual string. So S1 is the actual string, and then we are separating one small string from here. We are passing a number. What is that number? That is the index. Okay, begin index. That means from which index we need to separate our string. Since I had put 1, what is the letter that is at the index 1 here? So indexing starts from where? 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Is it correct? What is the maximum index here? Maximum index is nothing but the length of the string minus 1, because length always starts from 1, counts from 1, right? But the indexing always starts from 0, right? Indexing always starts from 0. So the last index will be one number minus of the length. So what is the length here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So the last index is 14. Okay. So what I am trying to do here is S1 dot substring of 1. That means the begin index, right? S1 dot substring of begin index. That means from the first index I want to create the separate string out of S2. What will be the output now? We should get Andhra Pradesh, not Andhra Pradesh, Andhra Pradesh. A will be skipped. See, we had put from 1. That means all the characters until first index will be skipped. All the characters until the first character will be skipped. Let's say, for example, string to equal to s1 dot string of, let's say I'll put what, 6 here, 3 out of s3 dot out of s3, right? Let's run the program and see the output. So that means all the characters until sixth index will be skipped. So it is only Pradesh. Pradesh and space also is coming. Why space is coming? Maybe sixth is what? From index 6 is space, right? 6 is space. That's the reason we are getting space and then Pradesh. If you put 7, you will get only Pradesh. You can see the notice the difference right here. Here in the starting there is one space. Okay? And it now you should not see that space again. See, it has moved to the left hand side, right? Now there is few other flavors of substring, right? One dot. When I just type substring, there is another method. Substring which takes the begin index and end index. That means we can create the substring by passing two values. That is from where to start and where to end. I use this one. Okay. This time I will put 2 comma 5. Begin index is 2, end index is 5. So what are the characters at begin index 2? It is 0, 1, 2, D. Okay. D and 5 is what? A. Right. So DHR. We get DHR. You must be thinking we should get DHRA. I'll tell you why we don't get DHRA. Right. Out of S4. DHR because whenever you are doing the substring, right, in the string operations, not only the string of substring, there are so many methods, right? There are so many methods substring which takes begin index and end index, right? Especially which takes begin index and end index. So begin index is always inclusive. You see here another method, code point count, which takes begin index and end index, right? Whenever there are begin index and end index, the begin index is always inclusive and the end index is always exclusive. That means end index will not be considered. End index, one letter before the end index will be considered. One letter or the character before the end index will be considered. But the begin index, it always starts from the begin index only. This is very important point whenever see here subsequence. Begin index and end index. Only the begin index is inclusive, end index is exclusive. This way, for example, if I want to have DHRA, what should I do? String S5 equal to S1 dot substring of I want to have DHRA, right? That means I should put 6, 1 comma 6. Then I'll get DHRA out of S5. DHRA. Clear guys, any doubt here? Can I move on? J, let's write another example. JK. SVM S1 equal to A into 3 without any space. Next method that we are going to learn is s1 dot split of regex. There are two split methods. One is which takes one argument, that is string regex, and the other one is string regex of and then int limit. Here I want to put ABC 2 3 XYZ semicolon 789 is a string. This one dot split of. Now I don't know what is the return type of this. Usually when we do the split, it is the string array. Okay. We all know the shortcut when we don't know the data type, right? Control Alt V. Automatically you will get the corresponding return method and the data type. This is the splitted strings. I rename it to splitted strings. This is the array of strings. You see now we learned about the arrays, right? So in the arrays we can put any type of array elements, right? But here this is a array of type string. Okay. So how do we iterate over the array? For loop int I equal to 0, I less than length of the array, right? Splitted strings dot length I plus plus out of strings of I. If you want, you can have the printing of S1 here. Sort of splitting. So we are splitting the string by using the semicolon. So when we do the split, it will become 4 different parts, right? So that can be stored only in the array. Before splitting, it is all one string, ABC semicolon, 1, 2, 3 semicolon, XYZ semicolon, 789. After splitting, ABC is the one string, 1, 2, 3 is one string, XYZ is one string, 789 is another string. Clear guys, any doubts here? Any doubts? Let's write. Okay. String S2 equal to ABC, 1, 2, 3, colon, YZ, 1, 2, 3. Now how many strings will come? I do the split. 2 dot split semicolon. Select this, Control Alt V, split. Okay. So how many strings will come now? Come on guys. I copy paste the same thing. Here I put split here. How many strings will be splitted here? Here we had got 4, but here how many we will get? 2, right? Because there is only one semicolon, so one is one part before the semicolon, right? Here we are printing the wrong one. Sorry. ABC 1, 2, 3. This is one part. XYZ 1, 2, 3 is one part, right? Because we have semicolon in between. Okay. Similarly, you can do this splitting with anything, right? For example, S2 dot split of. This time you can split by using the comma. Control Alt V. This time I will name it as split 1, right? this time how many will be printed? How many will be splitted?
3, sir.
3. Let's see. ABC is 1. Then 1 2 3 semicolon XYZ is the second one. And then 1 2 3 is the third one. Right, guys? ABC is the first one. Then 1 2 3 XYZ is the second one. Then 1 2 3 is the third. So likewise, whenever you have a string, you can split it based on any operand. You need to pass the regex. Okay, let's see another example. This time I'll split it with s2 dot split of colon. Please notice the difference here. It's a colon, full colon, not semicolon. So will it be splitted to how many it will be split? How many it will split now? Do we have this colon operator, colon in the string? No, right? Yes or no? Colon is different, the semicolon is different, right? So it did not split anything because it could not find anything. If you try to split with a character or with a regular expression which is not available, then it will not split anything. It will return the original one. It will be same string. The size of the this array will be only one. Okay, if you want, you can print the size also here. Where is that after split, right? Out of get strings dot length. Okay, you must get a doubt here. Split dot length. The length method we are writing here is not same as the length method that we have seen in our previous program. Split one dot length. Here is out of two dot length. Here we are getting the length of the array. This is not a method. You see here, this is not a method because you don't see the brackets after length. But if you go back to the previous program, wherever we had seen the length, right? Yeah, here, this is the length method, which is available in string class. Here, length is a variable which is available in the arrays. You see, it is the int data type, right? To find the number of elements in an array, you use the length variable. To find the size of the string, you use the length method. That is the difference. You can run and then see the output again. The last one you will see only one size. See, one and ABC, everything. One last program. JKL. PM equal to ABC 1 2 3. Okay. Now one dot. Let's learn some other method. Char arc 1. So if you don't know what is the return type, Control Alt V, you will get the character. Okay. So I name it as char at 1. As we are trying to fetch the, we are trying to Control Alt V. Char at 1. trying to get the character that is at the first index. What is the character that is at the first index? Put of caret 1. What is the character that is at the first index? A or B?
Yes, sir.
It always starts with 0, right? Char at 1. Okay, we have put the space here, right? Sorry, I forgot about this one. It was not intentional putting the space there. That's the reason I was surprised when you said, yeah, you are right, because you were very. You see now, you got B is the answer, caret 1, because the character at the index 1 is B. Similarly, you can get any character at any index, right? S1 dot char of 0. All to be, I name it as caret 0, okay, out of, this time it will be A, right? So what is the last index in this string? S1 dot char at, what is the last index? 0, 1,
Five.
2, 3, 4,
Five.
5.
Five.
5, right? Control all to be char at 5. Out of char at 5. We get 3, right? We got 3. Now, let's say for example, S1 dot char at 6. What will we get?
Error.
I don't see any
Exception.
error. Exactly. We get the exception, right? What is the exception that we get? Array
Array out
index,
of bound end.
array index out of bounds exception. Array index out of bounds exception, because we are trying to access a character whose index is out of bounds. Out of bounds. What is the maximum index? 5. But what are we trying to get? We are trying to get the element at 6, right? So it is 6 is out of 5, right? 6 is out of 5. That is the reason we cannot get. We'll get the exception, something like this. So in this example, if you pass any number more than 5, more than 5, not 5, more than 5, you get array index out of bounds exception. If you put 100, you get the same exception. Because the maximum index is 5 only. You cannot get character which is at 100, right? You pass anything, let's say for example you pass some 12, you still get the same error, same exception, array index out of bounds exception. This is a checked exception or unchecked exception? This is the unchecked exception, because we are getting the exception only when we are running the program, not at the compilation time, right? If the index that we pass is valid, we get the right character. If the index that is not within the limit, then we get the array index out of bounds exception. Clear, guys? Any doubts so far? Cool. We'll see some more methods. There are still a lot of other methods are available, right? Whenever you put the dot, you will see that. We'll continue learning all those methods in the next class. I'll just push it. String part 2.